Good evening, my name is Minzy, and this is a funeral tie. Sorry I couldn't upload my video yesterday purely because I was a wee bit unwell and under the weather. I actually had tickets for Chelsea 1, Legia Warsaw 2 for Stamford Bridge. But thank Christ I was ill. Thank Christ I was ill. Thank Christ I came into work. My colleagues, they saw me and they sent me away. They were like, no, you ain't working today. Get a rest. You got the Easter holidays over the weekend. Recover and then come back next week. So thankfully I've made somewhat of a positive recovery. It's a shame that my football club are not in recovery. They're pretty much on the verge of end-of-life support, because it is what is happening to Chelsea Football Club. All right, you see this little made-up form that I have called a P45? Please, that is the only thing I want to see related to Chelsea Football Club with our manager, Enzo Maresca, because that man is a fraud. That man is a flipping fraud. Okay, but you know what? I don't want to really blame him. Do you know who I really want to blame? I really want to blame the hierarchs up at Chelsea Football Club for hiring this man, giving this man an opportunity, okay? Because at the end of the day, all right, when you offer, when you're a Chelsea Football Club, you offer a man who's just managed in the Championship an opportunity to manage a Premier League club that is a lot better than Leicester City, with the greatest respect, Leicester City fans. Of course he's going to jump on it. It's a massive opportunity for him. It's a massive opportunity to prove himself. Okay, but the problem is, it's not like as if it was Vincent Kompany, where he got taken and poached by Bayern Munich, where the only real teams that are going to give him hassle were Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen. The rest of them are all harassed. In the Premier League, all 20 teams can cause problems, okay, for one another. This was a significant step up for a guy like Enzo Maresca. I did not want him. I did not want this man in a job, all right, at Chelsea Football Club. He should have stayed at Leicester City. Don't get me wrong, he probably would have gotten them relegated. He probably would have, but you know what? He would have learnt. He would have seen how different it is in the Premier League compared to the bloody Championship, all right? He would have seen the difference. Probably would have gotten them relegated, but he would have gotten them straight back up again, and he would have probably learnt the second time he was in the Premier League. All right, he would have learnt something. He would have learnt something. Instead, you gave a man who was there at Leicester City in the Championship. All right, he blew the Championship apart. He blew it. All right, he absolutely took Leicester miles away. They were in heaven. They're in Jannah. That's how first they were in the Championship very early on. And then he nearly blew it all apart. Almost self-destruction, self-cataclysm of what happened to Leicester. And they somehow squeaked over the line, only just when it really shouldn't have been, all right? They completely farted it in the second half of the season, all right? And something similar has happened to Chelsea. Obviously, we weren't, killing it in the Premier League. I wish we were. But you know what? We were okay. Some of the results I was watching was astonishing, like eyebrow raising. Almost was like, is there something in the cigarette smoke? Electronic cigarette smoke. Puffing. I was puffing away, thinking we could actually, somehow miraculously challenge Liverpool to a Premier League title race. And instead, they have fallen apart like Bangladesh cricket team. That's what they've done. That's what they have done. Much like what he did with Leicester in the second half of the season, that's exactly what he's done with Chelsea. He's just completely fallen apart. Okay, and I've had it. It's very eerily similar to what Ange Postecoglou did with Tottenham. Very, very, very similar. Remember when they were top of the league and won the Premier League back in October? Remember that 2-1 magnificent victory over Liverpool at White Hart Lane with a goal that was wrongly disallowed for offside by VAR because the people in VAR were too incompetent and just went, yeah, this is a stand, and then they later realised, oh shit, we made the wrong mistake. That old bullshit of a game. And then it just all fell apart, but they got into the Europa League because of the start they had. That was it. Because of the start, they finished 6th in the end. And then look at us. Look at us. We have the start. We were comfortable in the Champions League positions. We were comfortable in 2nd. And now we've fallen all the way down to fucking 7th in the bloody Premier League table, I believe. Is it 7th or 6th? I don't know where we are, but we're not anywhere near top 2. That's for sure. Fucking donkey. And thank Christ I was ill. Thank Christ I was bedridden temporarily and didn't rush from my shift to catch a train to go to London to watch a shitty game in which Chelsea lost 2-1 to Legia. Bloody... who are this team? Who are this team? This team in white that beat us. It's the first time any Polish club has won in England, and they had to win it in fucking Stamford Bridge, didn't they? The fucking wankers. Dickheads. Absolute wankers. Right? Bloody 4 years ago, Chelsea won the Champions League. We were competing against the likes of Real fucking Madrid. Now, if I say the same name and put them next to Chelsea, I'll be laughed at and spat out on the streets for daring to put Real Madrid and Chelsea in the same brackets as one another. And our fucking wankers from North London has done a number on them. Alright, before it was the other way around. They were looking at us, getting jealous of us. And now it's the other fucking way around. It's the other fucking way around. And it was all because of the fucking hierarchy. You were so in love with the way Brighton do their business model. I don't give a fucking shit about Brighton and their shitty fucking business model. I just know that they exist in the Premier League. That's all they fucking do. Alright, that's all it is. Brighton just exist. They just fucking exist in the Premier League. Why do I fucking care about their business model? None of us give a shit about their fucking business model. We just want a nice, stable club that are going steadily along in the Premier League table, rather than this cataclysm of donkey shit that I'm fucking seeing from this shitty fucking team. I fucking had enough. I wanted Maresca gone after that bullshit of a draw against Ipswich Town. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit of a draw with bloody Ipswich Town. And now we lost 2-1 to Legia Warsaw. And the thing is, I know we're in the semi-finals. We're in the semi-finals of this fucking competition, yeah? We were 3-0 up in the first leg. So why am I getting pissed off that we lost 2-1? Alright? Didn't we play our reserve side or anything? Well, let's bring the team sheet out, yeah? We have Philip Jorgensen in goal. The guy that I completely forgot on who played in the first leg, yeah? Now I will remember you fully, you fucking little fraud of a goalkeeper, you wanker. Alright, Jorgensen. So we got 2 incompetent keepers in Jorgensen and Sanchez, but today was Jorgensen. My eyes are on you, bro. Alright, so that's one reserve goalkeeper, right? Then we had Achimpong at right back. Tosin Adarabioyo centre back. Benoit Badier Shield the other centre back, and Mark Cucurella left back. Alright, cool. So the first sort of 3 players that I mentioned, which are Achipong, Adarabioyo and Badier Shield, they are reserve players. Alright, Cucurella is not a reserve player. Alright, centre mid, Dewsbury Hall, Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Alright, fair enough. He's another sort of bit part reserve player, but you know, a little bit of a disrespect to him. He's still a bit of a capable player. Probably shouldn't be at Chelsea Football Club. He should still probably be applying his trade at Leicester City. But ayo, he's in and out. He's not really a Chelsea first team player. Alright. Then we have bloody Palmer. Alright. That's not a reserve player. Okay. And then we have Reece James. He really shouldn't be a reserve player. And he's a fucking captain. So that's the middle. Then you had Sancho. And then you had Jackson. Okay. And then who else did we have? Sorry. Who did we have? Oh, yeah. Nkunku. Alright. Again, Nkunku. A bit like Dewsbury Hall, but slightly better. Okay. Slightly better caliber than Dewsbury Hall. So that is pretty much a very strong Chelsea XI. And you're thinking, alright, who came on as substitutes? Okay. Pedro Neto came on as a substitute. Noni Madueke came on as a substitute. I already mentioned Pedro Neto. And Malo Gusto came on as a bloody substitute. They're all first team players. The only one who came on who's a reserve player is Tyreek George. And I don't know why Tyreek George doesn't get a bloody start in this bloody team. I'd put him in the team. At least he has a go at the opposition. At least he runs at the opposition. He is actually someone who excites me. All right? No homo. And no disrespect to the homosexual community either. But, you know what I'm saying? At least he gives me some sort of excitement whenever he comes onto the pitch. Fucking hell. This is the first team we played. There's only like a couple of handful of players that are reserve players. This was a strong fucking team, and we lost 2-1 to these fucking... who is this team? Who's Legia Warsaw? Who is Legia Warsaw? I know them now. I know them as the first Polish club to have won a game in England, and they had to do it in fucking Stamford Bridge. I keep fucking repeating myself. And you know what? They deserved it. They deserved it. The fans were magnificent. All out there topless in London chill. How? I don't know. I don't know. Well, you know what? Fair play to them, man. They sang their hearts out, and they, like I said, they deserved it. They absolutely trashed us. If only they didn't lose. I don't even know how we beat them 3-0 in the first leg. How did we beat them 3-0? Someone please tell me, how did Chelsea beat them 3-0? I don't understand. That result is a fraud. If they didn't lose 3-0 at home and they won 2-1 away at Stamford Bridge, they would have gone through. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is the first leg that got us through to the semi-finals in the end. But let's talk about this game. Let's talk about this game. This game, we should have been 2-0 up already. Cole Palmer, he was through on goal, but I don't know what's happened to his confidence. What has Maresca done to Cole Palmer? Has he made like Cole Palmer a T-boy or someone? What's he done? Has he teabagged him? Has he slapped him around the face or something? What's wrong with this boy? I don't understand what's happened to him. Couldn't score a 1-on-1. And then very shortly thereafter, good work down the right, you know, with Jackson getting a flick on. And then I think Sancho with the cut back to Nkunku. Terrible. Disgraceful shot. We should have been held by the keeper, really, but he spilt it straight to Cole Palmer. All right, he was under pressure. His diving header on target, but the keeper did well to gather back. But it was sort of like a halfish sort of chance. But it was one of those chances where probably back in the day he would have scored them. You know? Such is our luck. And then, oh boy, wow. Jorgensen, I'm looking at you. I'm fucking looking at you. What the fuck was that challenge, bro? Bro, you sent him to Charing Cross Hospital with that fucking challenge. That was disgraceful. What kind of keeping was that? You're taught to look at the ball. Instead, you went straight for the man. You gave the poor fucker a hip fracture. You gave him a bloody hip fracture. And then Peckart. This is what's vexing me off as well. Peckart, he took the penalty, yeah? He took the penalty. If he sent the keeper the wrong way, fair enough. It's a good penalty. He shot the ball low towards the goalkeeper's left, all right? And it wasn't as if the goalkeeper made a full stretch dive to his left and the ball went underneath him. Jorgensen only dived to his left at the same specific height in which the ball was directed at him. It wasn't even a full-blown dive. Like, how shit must you be as a goalkeeper if you don't do a full-length dive and commit? It was a half-assed dive to his left in which the ball went half-assed to the goalkeeper's left. And he still parried it into the fucking net. You should be catching that. You should be catching that. Instead, he parried it into the net. I'm laughing at the commentator saying, oh, it was viciously struck. It wasn't viciously struck. It was a pass back. Oh, God, it was a fucking pass back. And then they should have been 2-0 up. Morashita. Am I pronouncing that name wrong? I do apologise. But breaks free down the right. Hairs in towards our goal. Again, I'm going to criticise Jorgensen. Your positioning was awful. You left the whole of your right completely free. Brother, you left your... Why am I pointing with my left hand? Is this one. You left your entire right bloody free. He should have scored. He should have hit it into the bottom left-hand corner. Thank Christ he didn't. Would have made our night a bit uncomfortable. And then Sancho, good work on the right, puts it across the box. And Cucurella, who's our top goal scorer, and this is what's worrying me, gets himself a nice little equaliser. The fact that we have got strikers up front with Nkunku, Madueke, Cole Palmer, Jackson, and the only one who knows how to play properly in a penalty box is our left bloody back. Oh, fucking hell. I don't know what to say. Alright, he gets our equaliser. He almost puts us into the lead. But unfortunately, he was offside when Nkunku got it back to him. Unlucky. Second half starts. What the fuck was Reece James doing on their corner kick? What was Reece James doing? Yeah, he was happy. He was having a little what do you call it? What was his name? Capuardi. Was that it? Again? Have I butchered your name? I don't know. I think I probably have. Capuardi versus Reece James having a little, little fisty fight like little kids, and then you just left him alone in the 6-yard box. He gets played at the back stick, but gets put back in, and the guy that you were fighting, you just let him score. You weren't anywhere near him. What was all that about? And again, Jorgensen, you fucking clown, that's your own 6-yard box. That's something you should be going up and punching the ball and taking the man out. That's the time when you should be taking your man out. Bloody hell. When nowhere near, you didn't even come on that 6-yard box. Terrible fucking goalkeeping. And then you nearly gave a third penalty. Oh man, this guy doesn't know basic goalkeeping. He nearly gave a third one away. Luckily, the referee didn't see it that way, and then VAR didn't overturn his decision. But to be honest, I think Legia Warsaw would be saying, well, that should be a penalty, really. Probably was. Anywho, then Tyreek George, when he does eventually come on, very unlucky. Madueke should have scored. I don't know why he took that touch. He should have just, tapped it in with his right foot. He took a touch, shot it with his left. I think it was blocked. And then came to Tyreek George. Good technique. And he got cleared off the line. And then, again, Madueke, I don't know why he's offside. He makes his run too early. And then he sweats it to Tyreek George. He gets a tap in. It was a good finish. Well done to him. But sadly, he was offside and we never got our equaliser. We lost 2-1. We go through 4-2 on aggregate. We're playing Djurgårdens Gardens. Again, if I'm butchering that team name, I probably am. Team in Stockholm. So thank Christ they went through against SK Rapid Wien. There's no way I don't think Chelsea would have been comfortable playing that game against SK Rapid Wien. I genuinely think they could have gotten knocked out by them in May the 1st and May the 8th when those ties are being played. Like I said, I'm thankful that Real Betis and Fiorentina are on the other side. They'll knock each other out. Well, whoever goes through from that, I think, will beat Chelsea. We're not winning the Conference League. As much as it pains me in my heart to say that, we're not winning the Conference League. All right, whoever wins between Fiorentina and Thingamy-Bob, Real Betis, congratulations on winning the trophy. I've already said it. All right, you're gonna win it. We're not gonna. If we. That's the thing. That's provided Chelsea get through against your Gardens. I don't want to start disrespecting your Gardens over here. Provided that Chelsea do get past your Gardens, Fiorentina or Real Betis, congratulations. Whoever wins, you're going to win the Conference League. So fair play to you lot. What is my hope for Sunday? It's very simple. If you are in money issues, all right, whatever money you have left in your checking account or whatever overdraft that you can take from your current bank account or whatever money that you have got saved or you've stolen or whatever it is that you've got, whatever money you have left in your fucking accounts and you've got with you physically, put it on a Fulham win. Just put it on a Fulham win. All right? If they ask you the goal scorer, just say the first goal scorer will be the Fulham goalkeeper. I don't care anymore. All right, but I'll tell you this. If you put anything on a Chelsea draw and a Chelsea win, I will check you in to a psychiatric clinic there and then. Just put it on Fulham. I'm telling you, put it on Fulham. Fulham will win this game comfortably. Put all your fucking life savings on a Fulham fucking win, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you guys. Alright, until then, I'm sick and death of tired of fucking Enzo Maresca managing this club. Get out. Off you go. P45, I'm sick of it. I'm not having this talk about, oh, we took things with great leniency against the opposition and we need to engage with the fans more. How are you taking things leniently against the fucking opposition when you put a first team out? Stop saying you want to engage with the fans. Engage with the fans by changing your bloody tactics. Teams have found you out. Teams have found you out. You need to change it up. Stop being stubborn. You know, have another plan B. Stop playing more of your plan A. You know, if plan A is not working, you don't do the same fucking plan A and hope that it will change. It won't. Just mix it up. But you're not willing to mix it up. So I give up. I need this guy gone. I need this guy gone. Alright? We could have got a Luis Enrique, man. We could have got a Luis fucking Enrique. He had a whole dossier of the problems that Chelsea have and how he'd fix it. And he went, you know what? Nah, fuck you. Let's hire this guy, Maresca. The hierarchy, you need to fuck off as well. I've fucking had enough of you lot. Fucking had enough of you lot, yeah? This made out of form. Make it a realistic form. Fucking sign it. And tell him to fuck off. I've had enough. I've had enough. Nah, I said after the Ipswich game I want him gone. Now after this Legia Warsaw game, he needs to go. Out. Get out. I'm done. I'm fucking done. Nah, fuck it. Fuck it. I need a smoke. Hopefully I recover. And I should be at work on Monday. Peace. Before I go, shout out to my mate Kunal, who's running his new little company. I'll put his link in the Instagram bio. Please subscribe to my channel. Peace.